just a cheap version of what our family was.
It's no secret that Kody and Robyn have been blaming the downfall of the Brown family on almost everyone other than themselves.
There wasn't a lot of interaction, there was some.
But in one of the latest episodes of Sister Wives, the kids expose how they've been seriously affected by their parents' actions.
I don't care who's getting together.
You'll never believe how the kids expose Kody and Robyn. Kody and Robyn have been doubling down on the ridiculous narrative lately. They're still trying to convince viewers that the other wives and even the kids have been tearing apart the family. But what was revealed during one of the most recent episodes was so insane. Before we learn what had created even more tension in the family, Robyn made an absolutely crazy comment. She claimed that before everyone's feelings were hurt during the COVID pandemic, Kody had actually had really good relationships with his older kids. But according to Robyn, all of that changed after Christine left. It's pretty wild that she's still using Christine leaving the family as an excuse for Kody's failed relationships with his kids. And how exactly did that have anything to do with everyone's feelings during COVID? Kody and Robyn already had little to no interaction with Christine and the older kids aside from Kody. But now I think the majority of viewers agree that their COVID rules weren't created with safety in mind, but were meant to keep Kody isolated with Robyn and her kids. Also, if Kody had been a present, healthy father, Christine's departure shouldn't have affected his relationship with his older kids at all. Robyn's entire statement was just a way for her to avoid taking any accountability. But then we discovered what had made the rift in the family even worse. For 20 years, all of the kids in the family had been participating in a Christmas gift exchange. So in order to figure out when everyone would be available to get together to draw names, Aspen started a group chat. What happened next was truly unbelievable. Right away, Robyn texted that Ariella was starting to forget who her other siblings were since she hadn't seen anybody in a while. But instead of being excited to have the kids gather in one spot, she had a really strange suggestion. Robyn wanted to have all the siblings draw names and do the gift exchange over Zoom rather than meet in person. Gwen claimed that almost everyone told her that a video call had less of a personal feel to it, and that's when things got incredibly hypocritical. Apparently, Robyn wouldn't budge, but why wasn't an issue to hold the gift exchange in person? If she was actually still concerned about COVID, her actions definitely didn't reflect that. But that's not very surprising since she and Kody have been doing this for so long. Kody and Robyn have been complaining about the rest of the family not following safe enough COVID rules since season 16. But those guidelines don't seem to apply when it's a situation or event that only involves their family. Kody didn't quarantine after he drove to another state to officiate a mask-free wedding during the pandemic. The nanny and her husband haven't had to follow Kody and Robyn's protocols despite being in their house around their kids every day. Truthfully, it seemed like Robyn was just looking for a way out of meeting with the rest of the family like usual. However, Gwen said that everyone still kept trying to come up with ideas, but since Robyn didn't get her way, she put a seriously outrageous twist on the situation. Gwen revealed that Robyn had mentioned that there was too much past trauma, but Gwen didn't seem to understand where that trauma was coming from, since Kody had chosen Robyn and her kids over the rest of his children. Sadly, most of his kids agree with that, but because Robyn didn't feel like the other kids respected her enough as their mother figure, she withdrew her family from the gift exchange. She also told everyone that she and her children wouldn't be participating in celebrating Christmas with them, but that wasn't all. It turns out that Robyn said over the group chat that she wasn't even going to speak to them anymore. Then she told Kody and Logan to let their siblings know what she had already said. So, not only had she removed herself and her kids from the Brown family tradition, but she also told the other kids that she wanted nothing to do with them anymore. Of course, that's not what Robyn claimed happened. She said that out of nowhere, the older kids had given her a bunch of attitude, which made her feel defeated. She even questioned why she bothered trying with them anymore. But when did Robyn actually put in any effort with the older kids? The perspective she gave in her confessional scene was totally insane. Robyn admitted that she and her kids felt like they had been voted off the Brown family island, but in reality, she and Kody had created that divide. Garrison, Gabe, and Gwen, and probably a lot of their other siblings were really hurt by what had happened, but it sounds like it had been a part of Kody and Robyn's disturbing plan all along. Before the text thread was even started, Robyn clearly had no intentions of spending Christmas with the rest of the family. She obviously didn't want her kids to be involved either because what she had told them was a completely different version of events. Aurora and Brianna confessed that they felt felt really confused and heartbroken over the family divide. But what they had apparently been told before the group chat began was extremely telling. Brianna and Aurora said that before the gift exchange was even discussed, they had learned that there were strong negative feelings toward them from the other siblings, but they had also been told something that was absolutely unreal. Interestingly enough, Aurora and Brianna revealed that they had heard that the rest of the family had been secretly planning to celebrate Christmas without them. But who would have told them that, since the other siblings wanted to include them in the gift exchange? It's obvious that Robyn had given her kids a twisted narrative about how they had been excluded by the rest of the family. She had done the same thing the year before for Thanksgiving, when she made her kids feel like nobody wanted them to be around. Robyn has repeatedly claimed that she joined the Brown family because she liked the idea of a big family who always had each other's back, but she's constantly been unsupportive and has intentionally separated her kids from the rest of the family. Still, even though Robyn has played a big part in destroying the family, Kody has done just as much damage, if not more. Instead of being there for his first 3 wives and the 13 children he had with them, he has made it clear that Robyn and her kids are most important. Kody also said that he wants nothing to do with his kids since they've been disrespectful to him and Robyn, which is awful. He's been bad-mouthing his own children on national TV for so long, but apparently they're not allowed to speak the truth about him. Garrison explained that he had just bought a house, gone into school, and also purchased his dream car, but Kody had no idea about any of it. He said that his dad did not care enough to know about what was going on in his life, which is seriously devastating. Gabe similarly mentioned that Kody has talked about only caring about his minor children in the past. It's so sad that most of the older kids can't even share their major milestones with their own father because they know he simply doesn't care. How can Kody seriously believe that he's done all that he possibly can for them? But let's be real, Kody isn't exactly a good dad to all of his younger children either. He claimed that it was bizarre that Christine thought she was preserving Truly's relationship with her dad by moving her away from him, but what she said to Savannah was unbelievable. Christine mentioned that since she moved to Utah, Kody had only spent a little bit of time with Truly during the holidays, and it sounds like he doesn't try to arrange visits even when he knows that Christine and Truly are in Flagstaff. Christine added that unless she asks Kody to watch Truly when she's in town, he never really tries to see her. Savannah even said that her dad had been absent for so long she hadn't even noticed that he was barely ever around anymore. But Kody and Robyn still refuse to admit that their false narrative has been harmful to the other kids. Kody and Robyn tried to prevent their kids from knowing that the rest of the family wanted to celebrate Christmas with them, but instead of seeing how toxic that is, they acted like they had been purposely excluded and it was somehow Christine's fault. Their behavior is so toxic, but the fact that they act like this as parents is honestly alarming. After Kody and Robyn manipulated the entire Christmas situation, all of the kids in the family were understandably hurt. Savannah and Brianna don't even say hi to each other in school anymore. Gwen and Aurora used to be so close and now they don't speak to each other at all. There are obviously way more bonds that have been broken among the siblings, and it's pretty much all Kody and Robyn's fault. They've been lying to their kids and making them believe their siblings hate them. And not surprisingly, they've also been playing the victim and putting the blame on everyone else. This episode really exposed Kody and Robyn's true colors. But now that we've talked about how the kids have been affected, I want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on all of Kody and Robyn's lies and their lack of accountability during this episode? Do you think there's any hope for healing in the future? Or do you agree with Gwen's prediction that the divide will only get progressively worse? Let me know in the comments below.